Have you ever realized that no matter what you do, no matter how rich you become, there's always someone having a tussle with you or above you? Even millionaires and billionaires are in a continuous race to upgrade their levels of wealth. How many levels of wealth are there? Is there any end to accumulating wealth? How is the world divided into different sections in terms of money? Well, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? But don't worry, we've got you covered. We will discuss the 5 different levels of wealth depth. As we discuss each level of wealth in this video, an interesting notion becomes apparent. As you move from one level to another, the major change is of perspective, as you live in a relative world. At every level of wealth, life is different. It's like climbing to the peak of a mountain that practically never stops, allowing only a small percentage to reach the very top. And when you get there, it's the most magnificent view you could ever imagine. So here's the thing. If you compare a person who earns about $50,000 a year with a person who earns $500 million annually, it's actually 10,000 times more, meaning that 500 million per annum earner is solely accumulating the yearly earnings of 10,000 individuals. That's fascinating, right? That is such an incredible segregation. For a person with that kind of tremendous income, the sensation of buying a mansion feels like the monetary equivalent of going to the store to buy groceries. It's mind-blowing how people from different levels of wealth have such diverse perspective. So why don't we start from the 1% and go up from there on the list? Because there are 5 levels of wealth. Number 5, $200,000 a year. If you have a yearly earning of more than $200,000 a year, then you, my friend, are part of the world's 1% of worldwide earners. However, you might still not feel as rich as you want. You know why? You may be able to afford a good house, a sporty car, and much of the other luxuries of life. But there is a chance that you are working at a full-time job to meet the expenses of all of these different entities, right? You'll still be working tirelessly at the office to maintain everything you've built with your remarkable yearly earning. You are in that category where everything is scheduled, and if you go even a little beyond your daily routine, things might become nasty, as there is very little financial security. Even though your earnings are great, you still rely on the job you do. Life is still a great hustle in this level of wealth. Earning $200,000 per year seems pretty stable, right? But as we climb up the level of wealth, things start to take on a more dreamlike perspective. The 4th level of wealth, $10 million to $30 million net worth. When we move beyond income, we jump to the net worth. And do you know why? Because the more wealth you have, the more assets you make that allow you to quit your job and make you free from the fixed amount of salary you were getting. At this level, you've got a pretty nice mansion with a pool, a snooker table, or even a pub in your house. You fly first class. You go on vacations often. You are able to meet your needs. But what if I told you you are still not that rich? Any flawed decision you make can take it all away from you. You still need to be a bit careful while you run everything around you. And you are not in that category yet where you can go out on any podcast and say that money doesn't matter. Chances are you might not be in that ultra-rich list of your banking network, as there are numerous people who still have more than you. The 3rd level of wealth, $30 million to $100 million net worth. At this level of wealth, you don't just have one mansion, but you have mansions in different parts of the world. You might even have your own yacht. So, what would you be doing at this level? The people on this level either have a large share in a very successful company, or they own that company, as jumping into this level of worth isn't that easy. You'll be attending film festivals, luxury events, high-level sports games in the VIP section, and much more. If you go to any country in the world, you will probably be staying at their finest hotels, which could cost you more than $10,000 per night. Oh, and did we forget to mention, you might also have a personal assistant, as managing this much wealth is not easy to do alone, right? This is the time where you will not see the price tag of things you want to buy. When it comes to traveling, it's good to travel privately at this level, as you won't be constrained to a commercial flight. Nope, your time now follows a very tight schedule. At this level, your social circle has been heavily modified. The people around you are the ones making the decisions at local, regional, and national levels. This is where you're not only rich, but highly respected in the society. Well, obviously due to your wealth and character too. However, you are still not that rich, and here is why. Do you know what the cost of the most expensive shoes in the world is? Moonstar is the world's most expensive shoe, with a price tag of a whopping $19.9 million. It has a fragment of a meteorite in it. Would you spend $20 million from your net worth on a shoe? Probably not, as there are many other things to manage. This means that there are yet higher levels of wealth we need to explore. Coming in at number 2, the $100 million to $1 billion mark. The game is now slowly turning away from being a millionaire. The arena is getting bigger, and you now have the opportunity to jump into a completely different universe of billionaires. When you have more than $100 million of net worth, there are chances that you own a multinational company that is recognized highly by the public. Now, people might be watching you on national TV with celebrities, talk shows, even TED Talks. There will be almost no possible experience in the world you won't be able to do. A private yacht, a private plane, or even a private island. You will have every monetary accessory you would ever want. Do you know how much the most expensive private island in the world is? The 6th largest of the Hawaiian Islands, Lanai, is currently the most expensive private island on the planet, with a price tag of $500 million. The island has a school, hospital, and a WHO community, just like owning a country. At this level, you are able to play this big. While in the previous levels, you might be going out with local or regional artists. But now, you are seen among the most successful celebrities and influential people around the world, as you are one of them now too. It's one of the most amazing levels of wealth. Life seems pretty great here, but there's still a level above that awaits. The number 1 monetary level? $1 billion and above. Jumping in the list of billionaires is nothing but a dream. Let's get the facts out before we dig into how these people live. There are only 2,755 listed billionaires in the world, with a collective $13.1 trillion. Can you imagine that? This much wealth in the hands of less than 3,000 people. These billionaires have more money than 5 billion poor people in the world combined. That is mind-blowing, to be honest. And here's another surprise. Even on this list of billionaires, there is a great division with vast differences in wealth. If you compare a billionaire with a net worth of $2 billion to Elon Musk, well, Elon Musk has about 70 times more wealth. Even at this majestic level, things are pretty competitive. However, you are competing with the top 10 richest people in the world, which is pretty amazing. At this level of worth, things are beyond luxury. It's now more about access, power, and innovation. You can change the world with your decisions. You can have direct phone calls with any president in the world. Everything is just a call away. Your influence is unimaginable. Everything you do and say is watched by the whole world. Your statements are written everywhere. Your words have so much value, more than you could ever imagine. People would be following your business models madly, your routine, and everything you do, just to reach the level of wealth you accumulate. The good part about all of this is that you will be able to change the lives of people around you in a positive way. You can lift up different nations, tribes, eradicate hunger, poverty, and so much more. There is a whole new gateway for you to change the world. No matter what level of wealth you are, you need to realize that there's always a perfect time for everything, and stressing upon your situation will bring you nothing but despair. Enjoy every moment, every step, every struggle of your life until you make it to the top. This has been the different levels of wealth. Which one do you want? Let us know in the comments section below. And make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss more videos on this channel. See you soon as more interesting content is coming your way. Thanks for watching and take care.